Hello everybody, and welcome at a new guide. This time we're going to the first dungeon, the Stormtalons lair. Yeah people, it's a lair. The first boss in there is Bladewind the Invoker. Now Bladewind the Invoker is a very chaotic yet very fun battle. You can see that he's accompanied by 4 adds. I just marked one, but there's one in each corner, and the boss in the middle. This is part of his, let's say, 3-phase battle. And here we go. So first you engaged Bladewind. Nothing really special, just go for it and nuke him. At a certain moment he will place a telegraph on the ground in a cross shape. You will see it popping up any minute, there it is, a cross shape. So get out of every red area, very easy to dodge. And bam, back to the boss. Just DPS him and watch out for standard telegraphs, but nothing really special happens. However, at a certain moment in the battle, apparently around 50% or 60%, he will go into an add phase. Now here is where things get interesting. It is important that the whole group kinda takes every add and not spread out for each add. There are interactive telegraphs that will be placed on a random person that will kind of follow you around. They will glow red once, and the second time they glow red, they will stay stationary and give you time to dodge out. It is wise to bring those telegraphs to the adds, waiting for them to blink once, then dodge out of it, because the add will take damage. Now as you here see, I got stunned. That is because of a wisp. The wisps are wisps basically that float around the area. They have a very transparent little telegraph underneath them, and if you get into it you will get stunned and take damage. It's not that much of a damage, but yeah, just try to avoid them anyway. Remember, these wisps will be there for the remaining of the battle. Even in his 3rd phase you will encounter wisps. So what is important in this 2nd phase is to bring the blinking telegraphs that you get on random players to the adds. They will damage it and stay out of the wisps. There's also multiple wisps, remember that. More than one is circling around. It cannot be controlled who will get the flashing telegraph, it is completely randomized. Just get to the add and dodge out of it, and he will take the damage. Careful for the wisp here again. They will circle the outer border of the area where you fight in. Here got a telegraph, dodge out, and when that phase ends, the interesting part starts. Phase 3 of this boss, which is very fun. The extreme telegraph. Now this is a telegraph, it takes the whole room, and there are like a couple of safe spots as you see here that look like little squares. The attention is to get in those before the telegraph kind of fills up. Now it sounds easy, but it fills up pretty fast, so it isn't that easy. Now remember, like here, you got the extreme telegraph again. You can also see the wisps. There's like 3 wisps in a row here. They stay there. Remember, look, I just got in one. They will be there the whole rest of the battle. Also, he seems to spawn a random telegraph, blinking telegraph, to a random player. So if you get it, watch it, wait for it to blink and dodge out of it, as you see here. So this is what the battle makes it pretty intense and fun. The huge telegraph, which you have to get out of fast, combined with the wisp that will stun and damage you, as you see here, combined with personal telegraphs he gives in you. And this is a success. Yes, safe bot success. I did it. So it's pretty chaotic, but just watch very closely what's going on and nuke the boss, and eventually you will get him down. There you go. Killed. Off to the next boss. The second boss is Atos. Now this is a very fun and interesting battle too, because it has a very usual technique like cyclones on the side of the hallway towards the boss. Now this video I taped here, we wiped once on this boss, so I took the video from the second time we engaged him. You can see the full run on the YouTube page if you want to see the full run, including trash and stuff. So here we go, we engage the boss. The first step of the boss is very easy, just DPS him and get out of every telegraph. And nothing really much to it in the beginning, so yeah, just a huge telegraph, get out of it, it deals a lot of damage. He will do that a couple of times, so be ready to get out. And he will also give you personalized telegraph like here. Try not to get it in the raid. Now get out of the big one, ooh, close call, and get back to the boss. Personalized telegraph as you see there. And just nuke him. When he gets to 30%, he will vanish and bring in adds. It's important for the tank to bunch up these adds together at a small area and just AoE them down. Nothing much to it. They don't really place any telegraphs on the floor, so yeah, just nuke them down. Not that hard, pretty fun. They don't have that much HP, but yeah, they go down pretty fast. But when they die, something interesting happens. You will get teleported. You get teleported to the end of the corridor and the cyclones will start moving. Now he also places telegraphs in a straight line following each other up. You need to dodge those together with the tornadoes. So don't get in the cyclone/tornadoes and try not to stand in any telegraph spawned in the line. Make your way back to the boss and he will transform in some kind of a beast. Nuke it down. Get out of his telegraphs he places, nuke it down, he gets back to his own self, and it's basically a rinse and repeat. Nuke it down, get out of the telegraph, and if the boss, if your DPS is not high enough, I think he will again disappear, spring adds, and make you start all over again. We didn't have it, the DPS was good. Boss down, off to the last one, the most interesting. And that is Stormtalon. Oh yes, people. Now you will notice that the picture I used for Stormtalon is not quite the same as the boss that we encountered. It has something to do with this texture of the boss that didn't really seem to be done yet, but it doesn't really matter. It's the tactics we want to see and we want to know how to handle this boss. It's a very fun and interesting boss. Now, just a side note, he kinda looks like milk chocolate here and then goes to dark chocolate. Pretty fun. So this boss doesn't really do much. He just gives you randomized player telegraphs for your own, as you see here. He gives some big telegraphs on the outer side of the border where you probably won't be if you're melee or not even if you're ranged, because it's very far away. And that's about it. He is a dragon, so don't stand in front or in the back of him. I didn't really had any problem with wing slaps, so I don't really think that matters. Just get out of telegraphs in this phase, very easy. Nuke, 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 watch where you're going. And this is the important. The whole area becomes red and only one place is a safe spot. It is placed on a player, so stick with that player and follow him around. Don't get into the red zone. However, at the same time, he will keep on placing personalized telegraphs on you or another random player. So get out of it, but don't dodge too far, because you could get out of the safe zone. You can also see that he places telegraphs that kinda like follow you around and stay there for a while. Just dodge them and you'll be fine. And once again, the safe zone. This is very fun, by the way. It's all about looking carefully around you and following the person. The area is big enough so you do have a little bit of space and it doesn't take that long, so eventually it will disappear. He will do, I think he did it like 3 times in our battle. Our DPS was pretty high, so around 3 times, yeah. And just nuke him. And again, the safe zone, get in it and just nuke him and you will down him. No problem at all. Very fun, easy. There you go. Congratulations on finishing the dungeon, and I hope to see you soon on another guide of Wildstar. subscribe please.